Welcome back to the KickNPost YouTube channel. It's week 6 of the NFL. Commanders Bears Thursday night. How you feeling, Chris?
That game was dog water. That's all I have to say. I'm not even gonna waste your time with that, but
Oh man, tired of these crappy primetime games for real. I'm really on the same page with you on this one. Justin Fields will still need to improve as a passer. We said it last week. Same thing this week.
yeah, it's ugly in Chicago. It's not getting prettier this week either. So if you have a life, please enjoy time with your family. Do not watch that game. Next, we got Ravens Giants.
Look, the Ravens have led in like 4 or 5 games. I don't know what's going on with them closing out games, but Giants, bro, 5-1, and I think preseason you had them going. Well, me or you had them going crazy, and we thought we were crazy on that. It's looking like we were on to something.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they had an easier schedule. Besides the Eagles, every other game in that conference should be 50-50, so they got a good chance of finishing strong. What surprised me most with the Giants was, like you said, they're just able to finish games. Like, I don't know how. None of their receivers had touchdowns besides Rondell Robinson, a little out route. Thank you for showing up to class. Appreciate it. But, like, the Ravens, they can finish this week, but they finished last week. Justin Tucker missed a field goal this week. Come on, man. Come on. Hate to see it. We got Patriots, Browns.
That Zap boy went crazy. Ramondre Stevenson did get that RB1 work that we predicted. A lot of injuries in that backfield, but he looked good with those touches. A little 31-yard rushing touchdown as well out there. But the Patriots keep winning, and the Browns keep dropping games.
Yeah, I thought the Patriots D was pretty good, but they showed out this week. They held Chubb to around 50 yards. That's rare. Jacoby Brissett looked ugly. That's not rare, but they made it come out. So, good performance on the defensive side. Offense looked good too. Bailey Zappi, however you want to say it, surprised me. I think he had close to like 300, something like that. He was filming that thing now.
Yeah, it was like 324. He was slinging.
Hey, I think he gets another start this week. I heard Mac Jones might be coming back, but why? So, Packers, Jets.
Look, man, we got to see the first iteration of cheese sauce out there. He was locking people up. Got Aaron Rodgers. Dude, I don't even know what he's on.
I think he's still on the
to lose in Lambeau.
He's probably on mushrooms too this game, I heard.
Oh yeah, he be off this. He took the walk to Lambeau, right? But like, I don't think he even wants to play football anymore. What are we on over there in Green Bay? To lose to the Jets in Lambeau? I don't know. But Jets, what, 4-2? They're really showing out there.
Yeah, I like the Jets, man. At the same damn time, Zach Wilson still looks mid. And I'm here for it because he's going to get better. I like what they're doing in New York. Packers game was free. You could tell they're slippery slope. They're crumbling. Randall Cobb about to be out for a couple weeks.
I'm not giving you that.
I've been saying that all week, did I not?
I know, but I'm not giving you that. You was just on to something. Nobody had that as free.
Packers aren't good at football. Not getting better anytime soon. I'm predicting they'll make a turnaround around Thanksgiving. Next game, we got Bucks, Steelers.
Shouts out Matt Avila on this one. Was watching the game with the boy. I said, y'all actually have a chance to win this game. He's like, no way. But the Buccaneers have looked out of sorts on offense for a minute now. They haven't really put up multiple games of 20 points. I think they only have one game over 21 points. That is nuts for a Tom Brady-led offense. And even with Kenny Pickett going out with a concussion, the Steelers were able to hold the lead when, what was it, 20-18? Shouts out to the Steelers boys, bro.
Yeah, I had a feeling the Steelers would show out, but right before the game, Minka Fitzpatrick was ruled out. So I was like, you know what? There's no way they win this game. Somehow they pulled it out. I'm all here for it. It is what it is. The Bucks offense is just Tom Brady's mind in reality. Like, you can tell it's out of sorts. It's not there. Nothing's connecting, and that's what he's going through mentally. So it's only going to get worse from here. I really don't see a way he makes amends during the season. I really would hope he become a madman and go crazy, but from what we've seen, more madness is just causing more troubles for him. So it's just hope for the best, man. Next, we got 49ers, Falcons.
What's going on with Bang Bang Niner gang? I don't know what's going on with Bang Bang Niner gang. Jeff Wilson had the worst game he's had this year. The pass catchers did show out a bit for the Niners, but Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons, bro. Mariota with those rushing ability down in the red zone. Kyle Pitts caught a TD. Like, I still don't even know how Atlanta got to 28 points. But shouts out to the Falcons, that's second in the NFC South now, with a Buccaneers team that doesn't look good. Anything's possible for them boys. It looks like.
Man, that Marcus Mariota sign is looking a lot better than we imagined. The Falcons have put up points in every game besides the Bucs game. I think they lost by 6, but other than that, they're going to shootouts in the game type vibes, and I'm all here for it. I'm glad Kyle Pitts shows up. It's crazy how majority of the time when Kyle Pitts does something, they win. Yeah, just
wild, right?
Beyond me, but
wild concept.
Glad they're finally putting it together slowly. I'm still excited for that boy Ritter to come, but it looks like he's coming next year. Sorry, bros, but it's Mariota show for now. So, the best game of the weekend, Jags vs. Colts.
So the last time we played the Colts, we shut them out. It was 24-0. We get up pretty big in this game as well, but for the first time ever, the defense doesn't show up this week. They lose the ability to run the ball, and they go hurry up offense. And Matt Ryan turned back the clock with 58 pass attempts. I think he threw for over 400 yards or over 380 yards, something like that. Don't force any turnovers, which that's what our defense is pretty much predicated on, is turnovers. Travis Etienne, like we told y'all last week, running back again this week. Boy went crazy on the ground. Boy looks very explosive. James Robinson does not look as explosive. Go ahead and get that kid in fantasy. But outside of that, the offense looked a little bit better. Trevor didn't have any turnovers, didn't make any poor decisions, but we still managed to choke the game. So, I don't know. As a Jags fan, I'm just a little bit stunned by a loss when we didn't really do anything to lose the game. We just didn't play good defense.
Yeah, man. I was peeking in and out between that and the Bengals game, but the Jags, like you said, they disappointed, but it was in a different way this time. I didn't expect the defense to fold when they had an easier assignment, in my opinion. They got JT out. Matt Ryan's been mid for the past couple of weeks. Even Pittman's been out of sync, but they found the right time to put it together. Back on the offensive side, they had a little bit of leeway. I want to say Darius Leonard was out, and then someone else for the Colts. So it's you would have thought it would have been a better game for the Jags. Now, granted, they haven't really played the best football the past 2 weeks, but I'm thinking a familiar foe. You already wiped these boys one time this year. Let's just do it again and get our momentum back up. Guess that wasn't in their plan. So it is what it is. I learned my lesson financially, not betting on the boys again. So
I told you. I love the Jags, bro, but once we're favorites, do not put money on the Jags. We're one of the worst favorites to put money on.
But I'll get it back. I ain't worried. Y'all give me my money back. Next, we got Vikings, Dolphins.
What are they going to do about this duo in Miami? I know they lost the game, but I do want to talk about how these boys combined for over 300 yards receiving again for the fourth time this year. What do you do? What do you do to defend that duo? Apparently, you still whoop the team, clearly, because the Minnesota Vikings won. We saw Dalvin Cook turn back again, hands of time, show out in his hometown. Right? Was it in Minnesota?
It was in Miami, I believe.
Yeah, he got that 51-yard rushing touchdown. Looked like Dalvin Cook of old. Haven't really seen many of those this year. Low-key a sell high opportunity if you guys have been struggling with Dalvin Cook. But that duo of Hill and Waddle is just unstoppable. And I know you got Chase and Higgins right now. Higgins is a little bit out of commission. And we got Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. But it's clearly the best tandem of wide receivers we've seen in the NFL in a short span of time in a very long time. Y'all boys wasn't doing anything like this. You got to admit that.
Yeah, it's just a different type of skill set that they both bring. They're both in the top 1% of speed in the NFL. So it's that's already one issue to match up with. But then
that's cheat code.
Then they're actually good receivers. They can run a whole route tree. They can break down and hit you on a curl. They're nasty after the catch. They both have incredible hands. So that's why it's really a 1A, 1B situation. It's where you see, I think Tyreek Hill had 170 and Waddle had 130. Those are both receiver one numbers, but clearly one's better. You know who. I don't know how you stop that. Like, the only idea I can think is give them 80 yards. Let's say you kick it, touchback, give them 75, 80 yards, stop them in the red zone, because then they can't really, or they don't have too much space to work with. But even then, it's like,
even then
they'll
they
find
do
a
so
way.
much.
Yeah, it's just, I like it in Miami. Tua is really the last piece. Once they're all healthy, we all know they're going to be an issue. So
They need a run game too, though. If I'm them, I'm hitting
what,
up
Cam?
the
Cam Akers?
Panthers. I'm hitting up Denver for Melvin Gordon. We need a run game out there. Chase
Yeah.
Edmonds has disappeared, and Raheem Mostert is not really
I'm
it.
not even going to lie. If Tua got to sit out this whole year, go and draft you a running back next year, boy. This draft is looking pretty nice, so I don't know.
Just go
Get
get
a
a
little beast in
Bijan
the
Robinson
hands.
or
Yeah.
somebody like that.
All right,
Sheesh.
next game, we got the best game, actual best game of the week. Bengals Saints.
I'm happy for y'all boys. Y'all pull back up to the Superdome. Burrow in the Chase jersey, the Chase LSU jersey.
No.
You knew what time it was. Low-key should have bet Chase receiving props as soon as you saw that. You should have known what time it was. Them boys showed out. Now let's not get too ahead of ourselves. The Saints were playing me at wide receiver. They had Kris at X
Bengals would have lost by
receiver,
20 if I was at X.
right? We were
Eli Apple can't
we
guard
were
me.
out there. We were out there playing receiver for the Saints because everybody else was hurt.
I wouldn't say everybody.
Right? I think they were bro, literally everybody. I love my UCF boys. You know that. Traquan Smith caught a touchdown,
Yeah.
right? He's been kind of like pushed back to the second unit of wide receivers. But let's be real. One of the dudes who had a rushing touchdown on y'all, his name was like Shahini.
Hey, chill
I'm
out.
not trying to
bruh.
be disrespectful. But like, come on,
Okay.
bruh. They had literally
What are we
no
supposed
one
to do,
out there
though?
outside of. I thought it was gonna be a big. It's not y'all's fault. I'm just saying. Let's not act like they were at their peak powers, right? I still would have had y'all winning the game regardless, but they were definitely not at their peak.
They were at their
powers.
peak. We definitely
But
would have
yes.
lost. A lot of little mistakes. Fucking the punt returner dropped and gave them a free 6 points. Like, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, if their starters were there, we would have lost. We got lucky. Burrow, like I said, Bengals are a second half team. I was never worried. We always come up and end it, and that's my biggest issue. Is like, if we can play the second half how we play the first half, no team is touching us besides the Bills. Only team I'm worried about. But like, dude, we gotta figure out a way to put it together. It's been an issue for 2 years now.
I'd be worried about the Chiefs too.
I'm not worried about the Chiefs. Why would I?
I know.
Give me 2 reasons. You can't. You can't.
2 reasons. T. Higgins keep having a bum ankle, and y'all's offensive line y'all paid for robbed y'all blind.
I got
But listen,
AFC conference champions. That's all I need. We worked them boys twice last year. I'm not worried. They don't got Tyreek. I'm not worried.
that's last year.
Andy Reid, if you're watching, I ain't worried. All right. Bills, Chiefs.
This was supposed to be the game of the week. It was solid.
It was a good ass game now. Hold up.
It
Great
was a
game.
good game. It was a good game. I was. This is the thing. I'm always gonna be let down. After last year, nothing's gonna match that game again. And I was just expecting to see part 2.
That was part 2.
It was solid.
That was
Don't
a
get me wrong.
battle. Like, it was
It's not
going
the
back
same.
and forth all
It was
game.
a battle. It was competitive, but it was not.
See, if
Last
if
year.
you're a
You know it
true
was not
football
last year.
fan, that game was phenomenal. But like, you're like a casual, you need like touchdowns back and forth.
No,
Then that's
I'm
last year.
spoiled.
You're right.
Look at what it
You're
was
right.
last
It was just
year.
a different iteration of
Look
the
at- I'm
same
spoiled.
heavyweight matchup. Like,
I still get to be
Yeah.
excited. Did you see Gabe do it again?
Yeah.
You can't one-on-one coverage
you
of
have
that
to.
man.
Diggs is him.
Gabe
He told you he was
Davis.
him.
I know, but you did, and look at
Yeah.
Diggs. He did his
Yeah.
thing too. They have a
They
duo
do.
out there. It's crazy. Devin Singletary was averaging like 8 yards a carry.
He's nice. He's
Right?
looked really good with the
It was-
ball. Like,
Is really good, and they don't give
They
him
don't
enough
have to.
touches. Dawson Knox came down with a touchdown to win the game. They got him involved a little bit,
yeah.
right? Like, that team's doing a lot. And the Chiefs, they got Juju involved a little bit this
Yeah.
week. Their run game was non-existent. You know, Travis Kelce still did
Always.
his thing. I wouldn't say they really have much to like improve upon outside of like get something going on the ground so that people could at least think that you guys are going to be in that
Yeah.
kind of mode, right? But I have nothing to say other than good game. Love it. Still doesn't compare to last game. You know, you talking about this casual stuff. You know,
It's 1A,
Last
1B.
game's like
They're
game
both
of the
phenomenal
century.
games. Yes, last year's was better
It was
due
still
to the
good
importance
games.
of it.
Yeah.
But fire-ass games.
Yeah.
I'm not going to discount it now.
But shouts out Gabe Davis again. UCF's
Same.
finest. I'm going to have to clip both of you, your back-to-back week performances. This man's on, I think, 3 touchdowns in
That's
2 weeks.
nasty.
When he's healthy and on the field, the Bills are a really hard offense to stop.
They are. They're looking better every week, man. It's scary. But that's what football is, man. I just hope that we're ready when the time comes. Same for every other team. Get ready. Cardinals, Seahawks.
They are missing D-Hop out there in Arizona. They are. And I mean, that offense still looks very, very poor. Cliff Kingsbury is on a very short leash. I feel like it's almost time to start, pulling up the what's it called, in the newspaper. It's been so long. When you got to look for a job, the job listings. You might
Talking
need to
about the
start
yellow pages,
hitting up
bro.
the newspaper clippings. Yeah, something like that. Because it's time. It's time, bro. He is on a hot seat. Him and Matt Rule gonna be sitting on the couch getting checks from their teams because he has not done anything with this offense. And look, Marquise Brown was having a good year. I feel bad for Marquise.
R.I.P. to the boy.
It sounds like this is it for him. But one man's downfall is another man's come up. Robbie Anderson gets kicked out the game, and within 12 hours of being sent to timeout, this man gets traded to AZ because they need a receiver.
Yeah,
so
imagine pouting to your parents and they send you to like Disney World or something. Like you were just living in Carolina.
I know.
And now you go into the Cardinals with Kyler Murray. Like, oh, what are we doing here? Like, are we rewarding
I mean,
players?
the records are very
I thought we were
similar.
supposed to trade him to like a shitty team to prove a point. Like, supposed to send him to the Patriots, dog. Like, no passing yards, but they gave him exactly what he wanted. Everybody's happy. I heard it was like a late round draft swap. Perfect timing, especially with Marquise Brown going down. Your boy D-Hop coming back this Thursday. So I really don't think Robbie plays this week. It's going to be a shorter week. They might even throw him out there, honestly. He's got to run 2 routes, and he'll be straight. All right.
He just got to run.
Go and stop.
Just go
That's
run
it.
a
Like,
couple go routes.
all we need, bruv. So I like the move. This game, Cardinals could have did a lot more. Seahawks are for real. Once again, I'm sorry, Pete Carroll. Still don't forgive you for that 1-yard interception you went to call. But this year, you're trying to erase that. Like, Gino, still him. DK, still him. That boy, Tariq Woolen. That's one thing that hurts me. I liked him in the draft, and I knew he needed DBs, and he fell to the 5th round. Like, now granted, he was really raw prospect. He came into college as a receiver, but his athleticism is like, just bring him on and teach him the game. You can't teach him his 6'2" wingspan, 6'1". He's built like Antonio Cromartie out there. Like, he's gonna be that next type of guy in this part of the game. So I'm excited to see how he produces throughout his career.
Kenneth Walker is him too. Don't sleep on the kid. First week without Rashad Penny, that boy went crazy. I think it was 114 all over the field. So like all-purpose yards and a TD. Yeah, he might be a league winner in fantasy.
Might be, man. All right, we got Panthers, Rams.
I'm tired of talking about the Rams. Their offenses, I don't know. I don't even know how to quantify the lack of product, like how disappointed I am with the Rams offense. We get to see Allen Robinson show out a little bit. A little 5 catches and a TD. I mean, when you're averaging 1 catch for 12 yards and you give me 5 times that production in a game, I'm going to call it short.
That's like getting a 52 on a test and you come out with a 76. You're like, yay, let's go celebrate. Like, no, you need to go study.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to celebrate with the boy because that's all he's going to get. To be honest, we had a down Cooper Kupp week. I think it's his first week without a touchdown. Insane to think. And then we got trouble in that RB room. Akers trying to find a way out. So now it's the Darrell Henderson show. Do you think Akers ends up anywhere?
Depends what they can get for him, but like his value's done. So it's like, what are you really trading for? It's gonna be like a Robbie Anderson situation, a late round swap, or I'm thinking best case scenario, like a 3rd, 4th round pick. Like 3rd round, best case scenario. But exactly what are we getting here?
If they do a 3rd round, that team is tripping.
They're reaching, but like some teams might be at that point coming up. So we're gonna see, especially with like a team like Arizona, they love playing or trading for offensive player, so we got to get an update on the Connor situation. They might reach for him. But yeah, both teams were mid. I ain't got nothing to say. Do better. Cowboys, Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly, man. That Devontae Smith, AJ Brown combo. You got AJ Brown in the flat. You got Devontae Smith running slants and stuff. Then you got to worry about Jalen Hurts' legs. Then you got to worry about Sanders' legs. Then you got to worry about Dallas Goedert over the middle. Then you also got to worry about sometimes Boston Scott coming out.
Who else you got to worry about?
There's so many things on this offense.
You don't forget Jalen Reagor like that. Come on, bruh.
Who? You clearly forgot Jalen Reagor. He's in Minnesota.
My bad. I'm sorry.
He's not even there. It's Quez Watkins.
Here it is.
If
there
you're looking for the other receiver.
There's some other guy.
Yeah, that boy's nasty too. But yeah, they shipped Jalen Reagor's butt to Minnesota to go play with the receiver that they passed on to get Jalen Reagor.
It's early.
If you think about it.
My bad.
Imagine Justin Jefferson in that offense.
I can't.
That's all I'm going to say.
But yeah, Cowboys, Eagles,
Anyway.
great game. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Unguardable.
That boy from the 3-2-1, shout out Chauncey Gardner, bruh. Don't like you as a person, but as a football player, you're him, bruh. Like, bruh, been like that.
Wait, he's
yeah, bro. He went to Coco. I actually played against him in Little League a couple times. I ran away from him. I've always been big. I've always been small. Made a business decision at a young age.
He's scary.
He is. And like I said, he's been like that. I'm glad he put this on the map. Salute you, bro. Do your thing. I'm so glad he got traded to Philly. I think he was the last piece for that defense because they had plenty. He's dirty. It's too easy of a job for him. It really is. He's gonna show out. He had 2 interceptions? Like, he's always around the ball.
Yeah, one of them after having a hand injury.
He's like that. So I'm glad we can enjoy it as fans. Cowboys, I like what y'all doing too. I really think this is gonna be a better matchup next time they come around. Just because Dak should be in mid-season form, hopefully. But if Dak plays that game healthy, who knows, man? Like, now, don't get me wrong, Cooper Rush is good and all, but this is the reason why Cooper Rush isn't going to be the quarterback. Everyone's saying, oh, well, if we're winning, why we just keep Cooper Rush? It's like, that's why. He's not winning those type of games. He'll win the other games because they're a lesser opponent, but when it comes down to it, when it's prime time, you're going to need Dak. You're going to need that type of quarterback that can launch it. So I liked it. Good performance from both teams. Last game, Broncos, Chargers.
Please get the Broncos off of prime time.
Is there some petition we can sign or
off of
some website where we can all put our emails down to stop putting that on national television?
Get the Broncos off of prime time.
I don't even think Sierra's watching these games at this point.
Russ finessed facts. Russ finessed everyone in the first quarter of this game. He was 10 for 10, 116 and a touchdown. Everybody's like, ooh, Russ is back cooking. Ooh, we told y'all, just wait. Then what happened the rest of the game? Now I was able to muster, I think it was 10 points in the first half. You know how many points they had for the rest of the game, Chris?
6. I had to think for that for a little bit.
Yeah, 6. Cortland Sutton had 15 receiving yards, I think, on the day. Maybe a little bit over that.
Yeah.
Right? The rush game, let's not even talk about the run game. Because if Latavius Murray is now your starting running back, something has gone horribly
just got
wrong
elevated from
in
the
that back
practice squad 2 weeks ago. They're running with him over Melvin Gordon.
You benched Melvin Gordon.
Go ahead and trade the kid.
Which makes me believe that they're gonna get him out of there. They're gonna trade him because I don't care what you tell me. What I've seen this year, he still has juice, a little bit at least.
I think that
I don't know.
Not quarterback, but
granted, he's prone to spilling, but he's still got juice,
too much of that on him. I do know the fumbling thing is an issue, but that's not why they're losing games. The coach is looking for a scapegoat. Yeah, just all you gotta do is go to the dollar store, go to the feminine aisle on your left-hand side. They're gonna have mirrors you can hold. Just hold that to your face, and you'll see what the problem is. It's not Russ. Russ is bad. But you're telling me in overtime, your first drive, run, short out pass. You get the ball back. Run. So you have 4 runs, I want to say, to be between Boone and Latavius Murray, and then 2 throws to win a game. Like they weren't playing to win in overtime at all. And just if you're gonna go out there for overtime, what are you doing? You don't play for a tie. Like if you lose because you're trying to win, that's fine. It's overtime. If you're playing for a tie, you need to pack up your bags and not even go home. You need to go to Alaska by yourself, meditate, reflect on your life, because what are you doing? Like, just...
You need to check the white pages,
like,
too.
Bro, like...
He should have lost his job after the first
I saw that
game.
overtime madness, that clearly tells me they're not trying to win. There's no way you can justify that. I want to say all those runs were, like, up the middle, obvious as day, like, clear as night. And it's just like, what are we really doing? I know you don't trust Russ, but you already paid him. If he loses you the game, that's his job. If he wins you the game, that's his job. So make him do his job, you know? Week 1, you didn't do it. You kicked a 75-yard field goal. And then this week, you don't give him the ball. It's like, why? Why did you pay him? To hand off the ball? I could do that. I would have did that for a tenth of the price. I would have did it for free. Actually, just get me on the field in a jersey. I'm there.
Yeah, get me on the field in a jersey and I'd be able to hand the ball off.
But I promise you, I will not watch another Broncos game. I can't. I care about myself. I respect myself.
I'm going to have to.
You don't.
I think.
You don't.
Unless I'm working that day.
If the Jags play them, even if the Jags play them, you can watch your team on offense.
The Jags do play them.
I put on commercial while Broncos got the ball, I guess. 4 and out every time? It's probably about a minute, 27 seconds. Turn it back on after that. Punting. That's all you're going to get. I think I'm done. Yeah, we're done. Great recap. But Broncos, get off of primetime television, please.
I know they don't start flexing games till later in the year, but there has to be like some exception.
They're gonna make one.
Just like how
they're gonna make one because of this year.
When a player has a concussion on Sunday, and you make an exception to the rule so they can play Thursday, why don't we put an exception when we see Denver in a primetime game to just flex them to a 1 p.m. game?
Why not?
Why not? Come on, NFL. Work with me. I want to watch y'all's games, bro. Monday night, off from work, excited to see some football, see who's on there. Maybe like, might get surprised. Nope, I did not get surprised. They did the same old stuff. But hey, it is what it is.
I can only blame myself from here on out.
It is what it is. Me too. Rough week with the money, too.
Not even gonna talk about
Picks
that.
Cooked me. Prize Picks cooked me. So I ain't even got anything fun to say about that this week. Just a rough week in general. Lost on a lot of fronts, man. But hey, at least the Bengals won. At least Gabe balled out. So something to look forward to coming up this week. And then Thursday Night Football is Cards. Saints. I don't even know who they're playing, but oh god, that's not something to look forward to. It
depends. D-Hop's back. If Michael Thomas and Olave can come back, it'll be a competitive game. I really think this is a D-Hop revenge game. But Marshawn Lattimore is still injured too. So
is Winston back?
We don't know. It's a short week, so I really don't expect Winston or Thomas to be back. I think Olave will, since he was just under concussion protocol, and I'm not too sure what was up with Lattimore, but we'll see on Thursday.
Hey, hopefully Thursday's something exciting. Thanks all for tuning in to KickNPost NFL Week 6 recap. We're going up with these, baby. We'll see y'all on the next one.
See you.
Peace.